Hello everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be a new little series I'm going to do. One thing I do want to do for this channel is just look at some older video games, stuff that's fallen out of the limelight, and Golden Sun Dark Dawn is one of my favorites. I am using an emulator to play it, but I do own the actual game as well as console to play it on. This just makes it easier for me to record so I don't have to spend hundreds on a capture card or whatever. Anyway, and for this playthrough, I will be using a special rule for myself, to make it more interesting, and I'll get to explaining that once we get through the tutorial. I'll let the game explain the mechanics, and then I'll explain the special rule. Anyway, yeah, I guess let's just get into it. We are playing as Matthew. This is the third game of a series, but this is the only one I've played. Alright, and I'll do it. Long ago, the ancients of Weyard discovered the secrets of alchemy. They found that all life in Weyard was based on the four elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. I can't skip this, by the way. They used their knowledge of alchemy to forge a dazzling civilization from the elements, and the ancients made their wildest dreams come true. Then began the nightmare of alchemy. Abuses of alchemy threatened to tear apart their entire civilization, so the ancients did the unthinkable. They sealed away the power of alchemy so no one could use it. Civilization was saved, but the physical world itself began to die a slow death. For the ancients didn't realize that alchemy was what held Weyard together. Without the force of alchemy, lands went barren, seas went dry, and the planet began to crumble. The civilization itself fell into the darkest of ages that came before its final, fatal extinction. The ancients had sealed away alchemy to save civilization, but they had doomed Weyard. Still not 100% how to pronounce that word, so I just... But while the oceans churned and life on the continent slid slowly towards oblivion under the eons, a legend was kept alive that held the key to Weyard's survival. Is this supposed to be like a play on the word weird? If four elemental lighthouses could be ignited, their energy would trigger the Golden Sun event over Weyard. The Golden Sun would unleash the force of alchemy, saving the world. 30 years ago, a group of heroes did save the world with the Golden Sun, but now a shadowy threat is spreading. Camelot presents... Like I said before, I use my phone for a webcam, and I just wanted to make sure it was plugged in and doesn't die on me. Four of these brave warriors were from the town of Vale. The warriors of Vale, as they are known throughout Weyard, are praised and blamed for their efforts. I know I skipped. I know I missed something. They had long lived at the foot of Mount Aleph, home of the people charged with a sacred duty from the ancients. That was to protect Sol Sanctum, where the forbidden keys to the elemental lighthouses were hidden. It was also home to the godlike Wise One who protected Weyard. Vale kept the Sanctum's secrets for generations, ever vigilant against the return of alchemy. but the warriors of El were those who pursued the forbidden return of its power. Because of their courage, the world of Weyard was saved 30 years ago. But while Weyard was saved, the new dawn of alchemy had been anything but bright. For while alchemy brings life, it also unleashed chaos. When the Golden Sun event happened, raw power exploded from the sky above Mount Aleph. Mount Aleph was largely destroyed by the explosion, and not a trace remains of the peaceful village Vale. The planet itself is still caught in the violent throes of rebirth. Natural disasters continue to torment the people of Weyard. But the survivors live on, driven to new desperation, and the good people of Vale, though forced to resettle, continue their sacred vigil. They persist in their duty to Sol Sanctum at Mount Aleph, or at least what remains of it. Two survivors live near the crater where Vale once was. The area rocks with eruptions, but they watch Mount Aleph from their newly upheaved Goma Plateau. They're Isaac and Garrett, two of the warriors of Vale. These men praised and blamed for the dawn of this new day. Study the after effects of the Golden Sun carefully. And from their outlook cabin, Isaac and Garen also train their children to be powerful warriors, for this world will soon need a new generation to face the darkest of this new dawn. And there we go. This game had some good cutscenes, like good looking ones. What a relief to have that journey behind us. Let's drop our packs here, son. And as traditional for games like this, Matthew will not talk. As you explore, you'll discover many new people and places. Tap names to get more details. You can also use L and R to view these special insights. When you look at the entry, it will be added to your personal encyclopedia. You're getting stronger, Matthew. That will serve you well, since life here at our cabin isn't easy. This young man is a promising Earth adept, just like his father when he started his adventure 30 years ago. Just like Isaac, who led the famous warriors of El, Matthew is a person of few words but strong convictions. Silent protagonist that we can fill ourselves into. But that's enough work for now. Let's call it a day. This is the view of Mount Aleph today is spectacular. What a shame things can't always stay like this. I don't know if I'm going to read the entries up top. Yeah, if y'all want to read them, y'all can pause it. And, yeah. The explosive Golden Sun event all those years ago brought the life-giving power of alchemy back to the world. We were the ones who saved our world from destruction by doing so, but the Golden Sun also brought chaos. Though our world was reborn, people are desperate, and they're driven to fight like animals. While civilization is ruled by chaos, the land is rocked by eruptions that explode outward from Mount Aleph. All of our continent All of our continent, of Angara, even all of Weyard itself, has changed so violently. I fear I know why. All this chaos comes from the reemergence of alchemy. The key to understanding alchemy is in Mount Aleph, within that place where it all began, Sol Sanctum. I appeal to you, wise one who watches over all Weyard. Have mercy on us, or give us some sign of what we must do next to save our world from chaos. I'm grabbing a Pop-Tart. I'm hungry. Bruh. I'm out. Oh, there you go again, Isaac. Wise one this, wise one that. Look, wringing our hands and invoking the name of that godlike hunk of rock isn't gonna help matters any. We did what we had to do to save Weyard. We released alchemy. Now its sheer force is out of control. I know, Garrett. That's why we must learn more about the synergy vortexes. What's wild is the fact that these things are only found in, like, the start of the game. Once you get past, like, the first portion, you don't see them anymore. These vortexes come in the wake of the Golden Sun event, and they are tied to the deadly Morning Moon. Fortunately, our old friend Ivan has made that a whole lot easier by building us the Soar Wing. Now we can quickly fly in search of synergy vortexes as they pop up around the Vale area. Most importantly, we can fly over that impassable terrain around Mount Aleph to reach Sol Sanctum. I wonder if the Wise One is even in Sol Sanctum anymore, given all the eruptions nearby. Then again, he's not flesh and blood like us, so maybe all this doesn't even bother him. The Wise One does exist. I've seen parts at the beginning of the original Golden Sun game, and yeah. That's all the more reasons we should take Soarwing lessons from Kaeris. She's every bit as disciplined as her father, so we couldn't be in better hands. Get off the roof, Tyr. Oh boy. And here we go. I'll be down before anyone knows it, Kaeris. How do they not see... Don't be stupid, Tyrell. It's slippery up here after last night's storm. How did Kaeris and Tyrell not notice Matthew and the others down below? Oh, you can fall for all I care, but don't break the Soar Wing. I feel like that sets a bad precedent for her character. She's actually pretty nice. At least later on. Don't be so uptight, Kaeris. I've got it under control. He's about to break his neck. Every now and then you can use the emotion menu to communicate what you think. Choose a smiling face to respond in a glad, easygoing way, and select the gleeful face to show that you're feeling very positive, even gutsy. Select the sad face to show that you're feeling glum or troubled. Choose the angry face to cuss at people out. What's wild is the fact that each of these, like, I'm just gonna... Don't tell me to go easy. I think I know how to handle my own son. Yeah. We've got to get that Soar Wing from Tyrell before he breaks it. Onward. Just in time, Matthew. You're a sensible kid. See if you can stop that blockhead. You can't be happy-go-lucky at a time like this. Go get him down, Matthew. Okay. Don't come any closer, Matthew. I told Karis that I only wanted to take the Soarwing out for a quick spin, but she wouldn't let me. She was concerned for your safety, Tyrell. Flying it without proper instructions is too dangerous. Even a Wind Adept needs special training to fly a Soarwing. You can't possibly pilot it yet. Come on, how hard can it be? I mean, you just jump to the wind and act like a bird. That's bird brain, son. You're gonna drop like a rock into the valley below. You're wrong. You just don't have any faith in me, Dad. And I'm fed up with people not taking me seriously. He's gonna do it. There must be something we can do to stop him. He's beyond reason. Our only chance is to render the Soarwing useless before he takes off. I'm not scared. Not scared at all. If you take off, you won't be able to return here to the plateau. You'll drop towards the forest below. This is great, but wait, I really am dropping lower. Ah, crap. Oh, now he gets it. You don't have the synergy to maintain altitude, Tyrell. But Dad and Isaac have the power to fly it. They're extremely skilled adepts, that's why. But you're not, Karis. You're an apprentice adept just like me. But I'm a wind adept. I'm already used to controlling the wind. And that's the thing, like, the thing with synergy is, like, they naturally have one power, but like, with the mechanic that comes later on, it explains how other adepts can have different elemental powers. That's true, I'm dropping lower, spiraling faster, help. What a disaster. Tyrell won't last long down in the fortress, it's too dangerous. Forest. You're right, it won't help if we panic, we need to think. I got it, he can fly over to the forest valley, then land at the cave. That's his only shot at surviving. I better tell him quickly. Listen, Tyrell, help me. You're already too low to make it back up here. You're right, what can I do? Fly to the far side of the forest. There's a small peak there. I'm falling too fast, I can't get there, Isaac. I hope you're right about this, Isaac. This is no time to doubt yourself. You said you could fly, so fly! Fly to the cave, then take cover. We'll get to you as soon as we can. What, tough it out? Okay, can do, Matthew. See you there. Just go already. Don't waste another second. Y'all come find me, promise? You're my son. I won't leave you to the wolves. Now get going. Fine, I'll head out. But you better come get me, or else. Or else as he dies. He's doing it. He's gone. I hope Tyrell can make it to the other side of the forest. I keep wanting to say fortress every time I say forest. Hear that, Garrett? Matthew believes in him. You should too. You have to let Matthew and me go with you. I'm worried about my father's Soarwing. It's so incredibly difficult to make them. Initially up to Dr. Pepper for a while, but make this one my last one for the day. Yeah. We know how valuable the Soarwing is, but... And I feel responsible for Tyrell too. If only I'd kept better watch over the Soarwing. I'm sick, there is one more. And I feel responsible for Tyrell too. If only I'd kept better watch over the Soarwing. Nonsense, my son is always acting like a fool. You're not to blame. Here, we should take them along. I'm not gonna chew. I'm not gonna talk with them while I'm chewing, don't worry. You can't be serious, they're just kids. I'm dead serious. You'll need the numbers. They're willing to brave the force below to help Tyrell. They have every reason to let us take care of this, but they want to help. This is what we've been training our children for, assuming their duty to look after the world. Well, no offense to the kids, but they're gonna slow us down. Tyrell is all alone down there. Tyrell is more resourceful than you give him credit for. He can fend for himself until we reach him. If he ain't got his weapon with him, you're gonna be stuck using sticks and stones. If you say so, Isaac. I'm gonna give Tyrell such an earful for taking the Sore Wing. My, what fire you've got in you for a wind adept, Karis. Good, you'll need it out there. Now you both should get a move on if you want to come along. Head inside the cabin, gear up, and then meet us at the bridge to the east. Gear up quickly, we need to be on our way. Are you ready yet, Matthew? Isaac asked me to give something to you. It's a hat. Let me help you put that on. Watch how I look at your items, then how I equip one. Touch the icon in the corner to open the menu. Select the items to... Yeah, there's no way to skip any of the tutorials. Also, there is an item limit. Now find the rest of your gear, then equip your weapons and hurry. Weapon and armor and hurry. We need to rescue Tyrell. Remember the thing, you should save your progress in the travel log now and then. Watch how I do it. Yeah, the early days of unskippable tutorials and cutscenes. Isaac says it's important to save frequently, so best that you get in the habit. Onward. We got a short sword. Isaac's diary. Oh, crap. Morning moon bull stuff. Pop-Tart. Well, got some padded gloves. Oh yeah, we can even do this. Would you like to look through the telescope? Let's do it. Mount Aleph, site of Sol Sanctum, glows intensely as it has for many years. Sun Saga 1. You can go into battle unarmed with a unarmed, like no weapons equipped, but it looks goofy. Great, you're ready. Let's meet up with Garrett and your father. Do you remember where to meet them? Okay, then lead the way. Head east from the cabin. Let's keep going to the cliffs. It's really already been 25 minutes. Since I started recording, that's wild. Well, those two should have no problems making their way down from our plateau by themselves. Well, fall at a distance. Yes, I get your plan, Isaac, but this has got me worried. Don't be. It's a great chance to see them in action as long as they don't get in over their heads. No way, too dangerous, this is a bad plan. They have to learn how to handle themselves. This isn't at some practice session, my son is in danger. We have to reach him as fast as possible. Remember, my Earth-added powers allow me to feel what's happening in the forest. Tyrell made it to the far side of the woods, he's taken shelter. Fine, fine, you win. So do I have your word that we'll let them handle their own battles? Yeah, that's later. Huh? Well, Garrett, I want an answer. Whoops. Yes, we're eavesdropping. Don't look so shocked. It's the only way to find out anything around here. Right, Matthew, we caught everything. They're planning something for us, right? You sad bit. I'd be sad too if my father was always keeping secrets. But we weren't. I mean, we're just strategizing, that's all. We decided to let you fight your own battles as we descend from the plateau. I suppose you want an explanation? Yes, please. Alright then, I believe this is a great opportunity for you two to grow a little. Now that you know our big secret, how about we head down into the valley? Head for the far path, that one takes us down towards Tyre. Goma Plateau, F1H. Hold on, Matthew. Monsters are nearby, I can feel it in my bones. Stay on your guard. You're on your own against critters on the Goma Plateau. Ready for this? Yep. Don't be too eager for a fight. Remember why you're here. Slime 1 and Slime 2 appear. Karis has mastered the wooden stick. I'm going to replace Karis' stick with like a rapier later on. How'd you like your first battle, Matthew? Now don't forget to exploit your synergy fully during battles, but also know that you can use it while exploring too. Synergy can help you get past obstacles. For instance, you can use synergy to move objects that bar your path. Sorry. Okay, let's press onward, Matthew. There's no going back now. Yeah, let me... little shortcut. Huh. I didn't remember her being that strong at the start. Hold on. Good thinking. You surprised Garrett. He didn't think you'd figure it out so easily. I know, Matthew. It's like you've known how to do this for years. Still, I bet Garrett wants to have the last word. You bet I do. Okay, when moving a rock like this, be sure to shove it all the way over the edge. Isaac, we made this test part way too easy for him. Maybe, but it's just a first step. It was too simple, anyone could have figured it out. What's all this about a test? You're both terrible putting that... like, yeah. Don't get mad, we wouldn't bother testing you if you weren't worth testing. Okay, shove that rock out of the way, just in case Let's take a quick look at how to activate synergy. Yeah. Now you may be worried that you'll run out of synergy points if you use synergy while traveling. Your PP will replenish naturally. Oh boy. While walking slowly but surely, so use it whenever you need to. Besides, look over there. The area around Aleph brims with elemental power, which crystallizes in the form of a synergy stone. Just touch one to restore all your synergy points. Those are incredibly rare, too. Like, you actually come across these statues of the Wise One that recover your HP and synergy points way more often than you do the synergy rocks, crystals, whatever. Okay, let's keep pushing ahead. Use synergy to get past those obstacles that stand between us and Tyrell. Pretty. Yeah, we can leave that one. We've already covered everything. Jeez. Karis OP, please nerf. Goma Plateau. So we go down here. Oop. Made it to the bottom of the Goma Plateau. Good work. But we haven't reached Tyrell yet. That cave that Tyrell flew to is still a hike away. I thought we would reach the cave long before it got dark. Now we're in for trouble. I never intended on taking the kids into the Tanglewood. Well, we've never been in the forest at night either, but now we have to find Tyrell, so let's press onward. I want to say that it won't take too much longer. I don't like the looks of this. Yeah, nightfall, not good. Monsters that come out at dark will be on the prowl. This will make things much more difficult for us. I'd be more worried if I were you, Matthew. This place looks dangerous. They'd better keep their distance. They don't want to mess with me and you, Isaac. I'm not sure what to do about Matthew and Karis at this point. Well, we can't just leave them behind, Isaac. Of course not, but they can't go ahead of us either. Monsters will sense that they're easier prey. Easier prey? Should we be worried? Nah. Not concerned? I guess it's useless to run scared now that you're in the thick of it. Well then, tough times call for tough measures. We'll lend you some gin. Only until we find Tyrell, however. We're very attached to our gin, of course. You were planning this all along, weren't you? Let us borrow some gin for a little while? Using gin in the battle will make us much more powerful. You do remember how to use gin? Good, but we can never be too careful. Gin offer too many benefits to miss any. We should have one of our gin explain things. I'll have Flint explain it to you, just as he did when we first met him at the start of our very first quest. Yeah, here comes the tutorial where after the tutorial, I'll explain the special rule. Okay, Isaac, you want me to explain how Djinn work? You've got it. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Karis. I'm one of Isaac's Venus Djinn. My name is Flint. I've known Isaac since the day he first left his hometown, Vale. We don't have any time for reminiscing, Flint. Please, just a primer on Djinn. Always in such a hurry. Okay then, short and sweet. How to use Djinn. We Djinn are nature spirits. There are 4 types of us: Venus, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. Earth, water, fire, and wind. We span the 4 elements. Venus Djinn are from Earth, while Mercury Djinn come from water, Mars Djinn are from fire, and Jupiter Djinn are based in wind. When you set Djinn on someone, his class may change. An example, these 2 Djinn make Matthew a brute. Yep. And that Djinn's holder stat, as well as their points, may change as well. Changing class can give you new synergy while cutting other synergy. Experiment with classes to access new powers. Each Djinn also has a unique power. Throw Djinn into battle and it will help you fight. Now watch how to do this. Slime appear. So we go fight. It's out of my hands, literally. After Djinn fights, it goes into standby. The class and synergies it helped grant are lost until it returns to set status. Distribute your Djinn around the party and experiment with various combinations to see how they benefit each warrior. You can't pile us all on one person. We like to be shared around the whole party so everyone benefits. As I said, Djinn go into standby after battling. You can also assign Djinn this status in the Djinn menu. So why is standby useful? Because standby Djinn can summon powerful spirits into battle. Anyone in your party can draw upon the pool of all Djinn currently in standby. Now watch how to summon a spirit. Also come with some really awesome animations. I wanted to make an Exodia obliterate joke, but it didn't feel like it meant. Djinn rest after summoning. When done, they return to set status, restoring any class and stat changes to their holders. Do you understand everything I've said about the benefits of set Djinn and standby Djinn? I understood it all. Okay, and now to explain the special rule. So, as you just saw, you can automatically have a Djinn set on standby, ready to summon powerful spirits. A common strategy in this game is called a summon rush, where before a boss battle, you take every Djinn you have and set it on standby. You put them on standby, so that way you can just spit out powerful summon after powerful summon, one right after the other. For this run, I'm not allowed to do that. And the summon rush strategy is actually broken. It makes boss battles last 1 to 2 turns. And I figured I'd do this just to be a little just to give myself a little challenge. Plus, towards the end of the game, the final boss battle, one of the optional boss battles in the end game, and the boss for the post game, the summon rush strategy is practically useless against them. Because two of them, because of the final boss battle and one of the end game optional bosses, just because they come in waves. It's not just like one fight, it's like 2 fights after the other, and the other one is kind of like a boss rush. And the other one, anyone that's played Golden Sun knows exactly who I'm talking about. And you know why the Summon Rush doesn't even work against him. We've all tried it. That wraps it up then. I'm gonna take him down, by the way. Thanks for showing us how it's done. Good work, Flint. Okay, let's divvy up the Djinn. Remember what Flint said about dividing them up evenly? Yes. Good, because learning how to set your Djinn is crucial. Let's hurry it up. Tyro's waiting for us. Gather around those crystals. I don't know why they did the crystal thing. Not even necessary. I find it funny how the Earth Adept gave 2 Fire Djinn, and the Fire Adept gave 2 Earth Djinn. It takes care of dividing up all our Djinn. Back when I started out, I had only 1 Djinn. Think you 2 are ready to borrow 6? Yep. Don't get too carried away because mastering Djinn takes discipline, Matthew. Isaac, wait. Isn't it time we talked about who should lead us into Tanglewood? I knew you said Matthew should lead, but I'm having doubts. I don't think he's ready, not for what's ahead. So Matthew shouldn't be the leader then? Leading people in the battle is never easy, kids. Back in the old days, Isaac and Felix were our leaders. And you know, your dad has never been the easiest guy to get along with. But we've always managed to set aside our differences. We're a great team, especially in battle. What's on your mind, Isaac? Looks like something's caught your eye. Isaac! I said, what's on your mind? I can usually read them like a book. Even if it is a thick book half the time. Damn. Yes, thick book, funny. Now if you're done talking, I've had a thought. About the leader? Who's it gonna be? Stop beating around the bush. Say it already. Matthew will continue leading, of course. Just brilliant. We're back to where we started. You want Matthew to lead. Garrett, stop. He'll lead, but now we'll help out in battle. But my son isn't ready to order around veterans like us, are you? Why so happy? You just said you're not ready to lead them yet. Just listen. Garrett and I will only assist in battle if you really need help, but you'll still guide only Karis in battle, Matthew. You mean that we'll jump in only if we think that Matthew and Karis need us? Precisely. Seasoned warriors like us can swoop in fast if things get out of control. Okay, then you two should be fine. Yay. Of course they will. Garrett, now let's get moving. You heard him, boss. Literacy 1, Literacy 2, Will-O-Wisp. Karis, try using a Djinn. Yeah, considering that... Matthew got an herb. I wonder if a funny moment's gonna happen. Dang. Got a bramble seed. I can't shake the feeling that something's a little off here. Never mind, the force is just making me jumpy, I guess. Wait, now I'm sure that something is off about this place, Isaac. We're not lost, Garrett. This forest is at the foot of Gauma Plateau, just living up to its diabolical reputation. So the Tanglewood has us in its grip already, does it? Is that where the Tangle part of the name comes from? Exactly, and a force that tries to ensnare you is a place to be feared. But we're warriors of Vale, and we can deal with it. You're right. It's well after dark. We're caught in the clutches of the Tanglewood. The sinister gases here, the lack of bright starlight, the Tanglewood is now at its worst. The Tanglewood earns its reputation from the way evil energy tangles up reality with corruption. People say that those with pure hearts can see right through all this corruption. This changes everything. The boy's in over its head. You should take over, Isaac. Are you listening to me? This isn't some game, Isaac. My son is depending on us. What is it with you? Now's not the time to stop and smell the roses. I'm pretty sure that thing behind him ain't a frickin' rose. Don't worry, we continue through the forest, only some of the trees have become corrupted. Are you sure? And there is a way to blaze a trail through corrupted trees. Isaac, I don't like what you're thinking. We're gonna use Fireball Synergy. Yay! Arson! That's reckless. The woods will catch on fire. Besides, it's impossible for the kids. Man! Simmer down. You only just got the synergy to throw a fireball. I agree, Garrett. It's impossible to use a fireball to burn these dark trees. See, I told you. We must find a way to burn away the corruption which seems concentrating in the strange roots. I suppose you want me to give that a try? Throw a fireball, Garrett. Would it hurt for you to say please once in a while? Just do it. Watch where you aim that thing. Where do you want me to shoot one, Your Highness? Anywhere, just use your synergy already. Yep, they're lifelong friends. Where should I aim it? Here's a good spot. Well, that didn't work. It's too soon to give up. Try another spot. Right at the girl. No good there either. Keep trying. Yeah, maybe the giant flower. Whammo! See, the path is far less tangled now. I guess you're right. I always am. He's been right about most things for the last 30 years. It's infuriating. So, what did we learn here? The corrupt trees have become possessed by evil energy. Of course you couldn't just come out and say that up front, could you? That'd be too easy. I thought it'd be better with a fireball or two. It held your interest, didn't it, Garrett? The trees are corrupted by negative energy, which goes hand in glove with darkness and extreme cold, which means that negative energy is vulnerable to light and fire. Monsters drawn to this dark cold place must be vulnerable to light and fire too. Got that? Yeah. Great, because you never know when these sorts of insights will prove a matter of life and death. So that's how to blaze a trail through these corrupt trees, eh? Well, some of us have fire at hand, but only the weak spots on the corrupt trees will burn, so let's remember that. You'll need fire, and I'm sure that one of you will be able to learn Fireball Synergy. But whichever it is of you, you'll need to keep one Mars Gem set. Now let's go. Meow. Whirlwind. Fireball. Kindle. That thing's weak already, might as well just bonk. There we go. Never underestimate the power of a good stick bonk. Give me a moment. Let it grow, let it grow. I'm not gonna sing that whole song. I don't even know the whole song, honestly. Alright, let's... Boing. And... Burn. Ah! Alright, well, there ain't much talking going wrong, and I'm just running her up. There we go. Map. Anyway, so, well, there ain't much talking going on in game. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Related stuff, I am very excited for the new Utopia support. And I will be doing a deck profile for Utopia later on. I'll probably use Omega to do it because Dueling Book likes to wait to add cards, and I don't feel like digging through all the customs that people upload to try to fill it in, just because some of them customs ain't gonna be correct. I've already seen it. Anyway, but yeah. I'll probably use Omega to look up, to show what I'm planning for Utopia. And, yeah, like I said, I'm just super excited. Utopia's always been, like, one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite decks. Back in late 2020, when I had actually, for the entirety of 2020, I actually had a... Nope. I had a Utopia deck that played the... it played the Raid Raptor and Simorgh Link package. You know, Raid Raptor 4 Strix and Wise Strix and the Simorgh Link 3 that got banned. It could access the combo pretty well. I did. I liked it. At last, the cave. And there's the Soarwing. What's left of it. That's it, alright. So I'm betting Tyrell landed up there, then climbed inside. Crashed the Soarwing. It's broken. The wing. It's totally destroyed. Won't be flying anytime soon. What have you done, Tyrell? It could have been much worse, my friend. You think so? Absolutely. We still have our children alive and well. Tyrell is nearby. Garrett, I'm sure of it. Thank the fates. At least he made it. We still need to find him quickly. Lead us into the cave, Matthew. Onward. Abandoned mine. First floor. Move, Grow, Fireball, and Whirlwind are like... Yeah, those are like the main synergies. You gotta be ready to use. I'll show this one thing. Touch the crystal, nothing happened. Tyrell, can you hear me? Shout if you can hear us, son. You said he wasn't in danger, are you sure? Don't panic, Garrett. I feel his life force. Tyrell is somewhere nearby. It's too dark. We can't see anything. Something isn't quite right here. At one point, this was a Synergy stone mine, yet we've seen so few of the crystals. Chalk it up to yet one more odd phenomenon we need to investigate. That is, if we ever find Tyrell. Throw a fireball or two out there, Garrett. Light this place up. Okay, easy enough. Yeah, y'all see the ball of doom and gloom right there. Oh, hey, there's Tyrell. A Synergy Vortex. Yeah, and it's just about the biggest Synergy Vortex we've seen in a while. What's it doing here? I have no idea, but be careful. Few things are as dangerous to adept as Synergy Vortexes. I've never seen one up close. The Vortex suck up any Synergy that comes in reach, right? Yes, let's hurry onward. We need to find Tyrell. Look over there, it's him. He's passed out. He's lost consciousness because the Vortex pulled the Synergy out of him. That boy's fearless to a fault. What'd he do? Touch it? What were you thinking? Why would you send Tyrell to a place with vortexes? They've never appeared inside this cave. Not in all these years. You can bet, had we known about this, I never would have told my son to come here. Alright, quickly. We must go in armed with knowledge. Vortexes are pure anti-synergy, created by exceptionally dense concentrations of synergy. That must be related to all the synergy stones that have gone missing in this mine. Another theory is that the vortexes, which appear in many places, merely foreshadow something worse. That's the reappearance of the morning moon, a single vortex of immense magnitude. Either way, the elemental lighthouses that triggered the golden sun are at the heart of the problem. So our old friend Kraden believes. As he's a scholar of ancient alchemy, his theory is probably right. Okay, consider us armed with information. Now let's get in there and help Tyrell. Of course, Garrus. All this theory isn't helping matters. Let's get in there and save him. One of those corrupted plants from Tanglewood is growing next to the vortex. It's awfully close to Tyrell. Hurry in there and save him with your synergy. And remember, Matthew, if you need to throw a fireball, keep one Mars Gen set, not on standby. Now let's go. Onward once again. We run around, we run around. Yeah, you can't actually touch the thing. You can't really do anything to it. Growth. And then we shoot this thing, and it's not very happy. Tangle Bloom. that's why I don't do the summon rush. I know I technically followed the rule, but this is why no summon rush. 2 turns. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, now we just go over to Tyrell and wake him up. Now the vortex shrinks. Anyone else notice how we were fighting right next to this thing? Like, imagine if the Tangle Bloom knocked somebody into it. That'd probably kill him. That'd probably be a not instant, but a pretty quick but very painful death. Or maybe they wouldn't feel it. I don't know. Please, Tyrell, I need to wake up. Tyrell has been drained of his energy. Adepts need help recovering from such trauma. Now to use the recovery synergy. Oh, and I was having such nice dreams. What, you oaf? Is that what the things we get? We were worried about you. Worried? Oh yeah, now I remember. I crashed the Soar Wing. The wing broke. It broke? More like you broke it. You were sick with worry, Tyrell. Glad to see me? You're a good friend, Matthew. We're all glad to see you safe, Tyrell. You should be thankful you made it through all this without serious injury, or it would have delayed the start of your trip. My trip? What trip? We have to get the Soar Wing in working order as soon as possible. You're gonna help us fix it. As much as I would like to shelter you, Tyrell, you've just gone too far this time. My father put some very resources into building that Soar Wing for Isaac and Garrett. We can make most of the repairs ourselves, but we lack a major material to fix it fully. The rare material comes from the feathers of a very unusual bird. We need a feather from a mountain rock, a mammoth bird that roosts far across the continent. Way off the far side of the country of Morgul, in fact. The trip will be difficult, but first we need to get you rested up at the cabin, alright? Onward once again. First we go up here, collect the thing. And, you know what? I'm going to call this one here. So we got Tyrell, and we're gonna get the Broken Soar Wing. After this, I'm pretty sure there's a cutscene, and there's a whole thing going on. And I feel like this episode's gone on for long enough. So, with that, this was the beginning to Golden Sun Dark Dawn, and thank you. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed the start to it. Nice and simple beginning, and yeah, I plan on continuing playing it all the way through, including I'll do as much post-game stuff as I can too. There's really only 1 or 2 post-game things. Well, one of them is not necessarily technically post-game, since it requires an item you get. Yeah, I'll explain it later. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. See you later.